Hello students, welcome to the class. In this class, I am going to start Geography second lesson, Land, Soil, Water, Natural Vegetation and Wildlife. Before starting this lesson, just recall the previous lesson, Resources. What is resource? Anything that can be used to satisfy a need is a resource. Time and technology are the two main factors that can change a substance into resource. And resources are generally classified into natural, human-made and human resources. All these things related to resource we were studied in the first lesson. Now, in the second lesson, we are going to discuss about different resources like land, soil, water, natural vegetation and wildlife. The main objectives of this lesson is to know about different resources and to develop awareness towards resources conservation. Let's discuss the lesson. Now, the first resource that will be taken today is land. As you know, land is one of the most important resource for human beings. 3/4 of the earth's surface covered with water, only 1/4 is land. Means about 71% of the earth's surface is covered with water, while the other 29% consists of continents or land. The small part of land is in the form of forests, mountains, plains, plateaus, deserts, etc. All parts of the small percentage of land are not habitable. 90% of the world population occupies only 30% of land area. The remaining 70% of the land is either sparsely populated or uninhabited. The distribution of population in the world is uneven. Some areas are very crowded while some are sparsely populated. Plains and river valleys are densely populated. The rugged topography, steep slopes of mountains and deserts are normally sparsely populated. Hot deserts and frozen lands are not suitable for human habitation. So, some geographical factors like favorable topography, favorable climate, soil fertility, availability of fresh water, availability of minerals are affecting population distribution. Let's move to discuss the subtopic land use. The use of land for different purposes like agriculture, roads, mining, building, houses and industries is termed as land use. We know that land consists plains, plateaus, deserts, forests, etc. We are getting benefit from each feature of land like plains. Plain land is good for agriculture and transportation. Plateaus are storehouse of minerals that are used as raw materials for many industries. The lava plateaus are rich in black soil, good for cultivation. Deserts. The dry condition of deserts help promote the formation and concentration of important minerals, and solar and wind energy generate here. Forests. We depend on forests for our survival. From the air we breathe to the wood we use, forests provide us food, fodder, medicines, etc. Like this, different land features help us in different ways, and the proportion of land put to different uses is called land use pattern. The use of land is determined by physical factors and human factors. Physical factors include topography, soil, climate, minerals, and availability of water. And human factors include population and technology. These factors are important determinants of land use pattern. The economic development of the country depends on the technological development of the country, thus leading to the planning of land use pattern. India is the only country in the world having the highest percentage of land under cropland. Land can be classified on the basis of ownership as private land and community land. Private land is that land which is owned by individuals and it is used by them to fulfill their requirements, whereas the land owned by a particular community to fulfill their common needs and requirements, it is called community land. It is used for collection of fodder, fruits, nuts or medical herbs, etc. These community lands are also called common property resources. People and their demands are ever growing, but the availability of land is limited. The quality of land also differs from place to place. People started using the common lands to build up commercial areas, housing complexes in urban areas, and to expand the agriculture land in the rural areas. Due to this expansion of agriculture and construction of activities, land degradation, landslides, soil erosion, desertification are the major threats to the environment. So, let's see how to conserve land resource. Growing population and their growing needs has created a fear of losing this land resource. Therefore, the present rate of degradation of land must be checked. Some common methods of soil or land conservation are afforestation, land reclamation, regulated use of chemical pesticides and fertilizers, check on overgrazing, etc. Our next topic, soil. The thin layer of grainy substance covering the uppermost layer of the earth's crust is called soil. Landforms determine the type of soil. Soil is made up of organic matter, minerals, and weathered rocks found on the earth. This happens through the process of weathering. The right mix of minerals and organic matter make the soil fertile. To know more about soil formation, let's see soil profile. The soil profile is a vertical cross section of the soil made of layers running parallel to the surface. These layers are known as soil horizons. First, horizon A or topsoil. It is called the humus layer, which is rich in organic material. This layer consists of decomposed material and organic matter. This is the reason the topsoil has a dark brown color. It holds enough air and water. Just below the topsoil lies another layer called subsoil or horizon B. It is comparatively harder than topsoil. It consists sand, silt and clay, but it is rich in minerals. Horizon C or third layer lies just below the subsoil. It contains no organic matter. This layer represents a transition zone between the Earth's bedrock and horizon A and B. Below that, there is a bedrock. It is also known as parent rock. Our next subtopic, factors of soil formation. Soil formation is controlled by the 5 factors. They are parent rock, climate, relief or topography, organisms, and time. First one, parent rock. The original rock called parent rock. It determines color, texture, chemical properties, etc. Second, climate. Temperature and precipitation are the main climatic factors affecting soil formation. Frequent temperature changes and presence of water quicken soil formation through increased weathering. Next, relief. Relief affect the drainage of an area. Altitude and slope determine accumulation of soil. Next one, organisms. Dead plants and animals provide humus to the soil. Organisms like earthworms and ants, through their movements, create space for air and water in the soil. Last one, type. It determines thickness of soil profile. Longer the time for soil formation, more deeper is the soil layer. Our next subtopic, soil conservation. Soil must be conserved to provide food for huge population. There are some methods to conserve soil. First one, mulching. The bare ground between plants is covered with a layer of organic matter like straw. It helps to retain soil moisture. Next, contour barriers means stones, grass, soil are used to build barriers along contours. Trenches are made in front of the barriers to collect water. Next one, rock dam. Rocks are piled up to slow down the flow of water. This prevents soil loss. Next, terrace farming. Crops are grown on terrace or level steps on hillsides. It controls surface runoff and soil erosion. Next one, intercropping. Different crops are grown in alternate rows and are sown at different times to protect the soil from rainwash. Counter plugging. Land is plugged parallel to the contours of hill slopes. It avoids soil erosion. Next, shelter belts. In the coastal and dry regions, rows of trees are planted to check the wind movement to protect soil cover. Students, after watching this video, read the textbook page number 9 to 40 and answer the following questions. First one, what are the causes of uneven distribution of population on the earth's surface? For this answer, you have to describe all the points which affect the population distribution, like favorable topography, favorable climate, soil fertility, availability of fresh water, etc. Second one, how the land is divided on the basis of ownership. As you know, on the basis of ownership, the land divided into private land and community land. And describe these two with side headings. Third question, what are the factors affect the soil formation? The 5 factors, parent rock, climate, relief, organisms and time affect the soil formation. So here describe all these factors one by one. We will meet in the next video. Thank you.